Hello everybody, this is Charles Anderson. I'm just a guy from Goodwell, Oklahoma, and I've got a really great video game idea. This is part 13 in my jMonkeyEngine Java Basics tutorial. We've got inheritance, good old class inheritance. Yes. Yes, Charles Anderson. I've got an email. Okay, so inheritance in Java. All right. You can make a class, you can reuse it, and you can also extend it. Make a new class, and it uses all the functionality of the old class and, adds a few new tricks to boot. This is one of the big ideas in object-oriented programming. As a side note, there is a class called object. And all classes, when you make a new class, object is its superclass. A superclass? Subclass? What? Okay, yes. When a class gets extended, it's called the superclass. So, the one, you're making a new class, and and it's extending a class, and so this new class that you're making is called a subclass, and the one that you're extending it off of is the superclass. So that's the relationship. In other programming languages, this is called the parent-child relationship. So a little bit of terminology there for you for doing inheritance. Okay, and we got some keywords, and keywords we got extends, big one. That is the big one. And here's your class that you already programmed up, and you're wanting to make extend some functionality onto it. And so subclass extends superclass. That's the syntax. Here's your new class that you're making. No, this is the new class you're making, subclass, yes. And this is the class that you're doing the extensions on. So only one direct superclass is allowed. This is to help prevent confusion in circular references. You say you have point xy, and then you make a point xyz class. So here's your point xy class right here. It's the superclass, and this is your new class point xyz, and that's what I use for my example because it's just shows the concept. Some other keywords: this, sub, and super. Sub's not used really a whole bunch because why would you be writing a class to control the children? That's just weird. And which child? Because if you make more than one class extending, it's craziness. But anyway, I cover this in super. I guess I'll do sub later as one of the plus series. These are useful when working with constructors. And yes, you can use functions as well to define what you're messing with. So, it's just to clarify for you, the programmer. Otherwise, a lot of this stuff is implicit, right? And this is a way to say explicitly. This is also useful when referring to functions that are obscured, not override, because override means, hey, I use this. Of course, I'll go with @override later, but yeah. Oh, that's good. Good soda pop. But yeah, instantiated basis is the key concept here for these keywords, and it's used to explicitly say stuff. I'll go into that on the example, but those are the keywords. Of course, if you made a static class or static functions, then you just use the class name rather than the instance. All right. And Boolean check. Yes, this would be in the operators, but I didn't really want to cover it until we got to, inheritance. Because, you make, one of the cool things is that you can, make a point xy class pointer. All right. And, you make a new point xy class. Okay, cool. But you can also say later, to set it to a new point xyz class as well. You can, of course, you can't make the extended class point to a parent class. You can't do that. Or you cannot make a subclass point to a superclass, but you can point a superclass variable to a subclass. So I'll go into that on the example as well. All right, so yeah, a superclass variable can be set to any of its subclass types. So if you make an object, pointer, I'd say pointer, yeah, and you can point it to just pretty much anything. However, how do you know what you're working with? and you can't really use any of the functions because you made an instance of an object. And yeah, I'll fiddle with that. I think I'll play with that. And really, these keywords right here were made for classes. I mean, seriously. And of course, the class fields. So I'm going to go heavily into private and protected and on this section now. So we're just going to play with a lot of that stuff. Private does not allow subclasses to inherit access these fields. Protected allows only the subclasses to inherit access them. So anything outside of this class, you can't see it. You're not allowed to use it. Anything outside of the family, yeah, you're not allowed to see it, but the family can use it. And of course, default, if it wasn't compiled with this package, you can't use it. Well, it just doesn't show up on default. So public, if you want it to be seen and visible. So got to get into the habit of doing public a lot. Keyword final. Yes, this is I found an instance where you can use to prevent instantiation with a constructor. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Anyway, this prevents any subclasses from being made. So if you declare class final, you cannot do inheritance at all. And that's just to keep other people from trying to extend. Cat, get away from my computer. If you locked the, okay, you didn't lock it up. Okay. Yeah, there can be only one. All right, so. And those are my notes for this. I'm using jMonkeyEngine. I'm using Java. I'm Charles Anderson, indie game developer, rolling along on my project Idiog. I've got an email. I've got a Twitter. And now it is time to play. Oh, there we are. All right, so let's head over here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and start playing with it. Now, I actually showing off a whole bunch of stuff, and I will. And also delete the source. Yes. Yeah, because I've already, got an example showing object and how to do instance of, and using a static function to just print out the stuff. And I'll go ahead and run it here for you. I've got constructor messages, and okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and do this example. And we will call it a good old inheritance example. Yeah, I was actually recording this before, and cat chewed on the microphone. Bad cat. So, yeah. And it's 3:57. I probably spent about like 10 minutes on the... I need to make sure to cut it around 3:20 or something like that. Okay, so we've got our inheritance example. Just here's our void main. And let's make a new class. And I will call that pointxy class because that'll keep it nice and simple. There we are. And we'll go ahead and flesh this out a little bit. So, of course, with point x and y, you got to have a x coordinate and z, or x coordinate and y coordinate. So x coord, and I'm going to go ahead and make it public now, for now, so that we could see that. And y coordinate. And public constructor. There we go. And x equals 0. Although this is what the default constructor does. It's all zeros. You didn't set it to anything. Or you know what? I'll change one of these values. There we go. Something different than 0. And I can go ahead and put out a constructor message to show when it goes off. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. All right. And notate that I'll give it a constructor into the string so that default. Okay. All right, and I'm going to also add, if you want to set the values initially. No capital there. Cat, get, yeah. Y, spell it correctly. And change up the signature. Okay, there is with 2 ints in the signature. And y coordinate. And I'll go ahead and give it a I was used message as well. Oh, I misspelled y coordinate. There we go. And then we'll just do a little system. Notate that it's constructor. Cat, what are you doing back there? Oh my gosh. Oh, right. Just do like a little x equals. And then. Oh, and also, I almost forgot. Check this out. This is implicit. Because when you only use a constructor when, this is called. There is such a thing as a static constructor, though. And with final prevents instantiation. That's great. I'll definitely have to remember to show that if I can type fast enough. Okay, so and I can just go ahead and say this. So I don't have to write this because this is implicit in a lot of Java, but just to show. And I was going somewhere with this. Oh, right. Now for the y. Yeah. And this dot y coordinate. Yep, that'll be good. And let's go ahead and give it a period at the end. Bam. All right, so we've got a couple of constructors now. One for the default, just calling it. One to set the initial values. I could go ahead and add the gets and sets, but I'll wait for the protected and private demonstration. And so let's go back here to the inheritance. Let's just go ahead and show off our class, just for grins and giggles. And you know what? I'm going to also add a function right quick. Because main is static, I'm just going to write a quick static function. Oh, public static function. No, I don't want to make it public. Static void print output. And remember when I said object is the class of them all. So I will go ahead and object the class, because we're going to play with parents and kitties. All right, and let's see. Well, we'll definitely want to print out system.out.println. One thing's for sure, just typing along actually helps me out with my typing skills. Okay, and we will have official program output. Ooh, and I want to underline it too, so. There we go. And instead of, because I want it underlined, it's all official. Okay, official program output. All right, now let's use that instance of. if the class. You know what? I've just got to be dramatic here. The mystery class. Yes. Because object can be used to refer to anything. So until you nail it down, you don't know what it is. The mystery class. And now we're going to use good old instance of. And let's see. .xy class. Okay, so .xy class. Then we go print line. I could do just a print. Yeah, just print. Yeah, why not? And we'll say .xy class detected. All right, so there we go. Oh, and of course, we'll definitely want to system.out.print print Oh, let's end it. Yeah, I like that. X equals, and then of course right, because now watch this. When I put in the mystery class, of course it's a type object, so you know here's what's available to us. ToString, get class, you know, don't know what, wait long, wait and wait are for threads, so yeah. So we can't actually use mystery class, but what we can do is we can say like a new variable. Wow, cats, really? Class, just sample one. Why not? So, and then we can say sample one is equal to a typecast of the mystery class, because we don't know what it is. Okay, there we go. And now I can go sample one and use the .xy functionality. Okay. Sample one dot, and look, there it is, x coord. And then y equals okay, got a space there. Y coord. Yep, there we go. And do the whole period right there. Okay, so up, and go to the end. Kablam. Oh, wow. There. Okay, so now we've got this little print output, and if the mystery class is an instance of .xy class, it'll do something. I can go else, and just because all objects have this something called toString, I can go system.out.println, and we can just go the mystery class toString. There we go, and it'll print out whatever it is. So now let's give it let's give it the right class first. point xy class my class. All right, and let's new point xy class, and of course we'll go with nothing at first, and then we'll do the print output function that we just wrote up and throw my class into it. Okay, and this works because object will take any class, all right? But it's once you accept it, you don't know what it's accepting, so you have to do the instance of to figure out which class it is. And so I'll go ahead and show it like this. So everything is how it should be this first time, then we'll go mess it up. Run. Build. Successful. Oh, did I run it? Yep, I ran it. Okay, point xy class. I did say to say something, right? Constructor default, yeah. Did not print it. New point xy class. Wow. It totally, that is cool. I think. Yeah, point xy class should like this, that, the other. So why did you not print your constructor? Huh? Why did you not print your constructor? Well, my well, we can system.println. Or system.out.println. Yeah, because I'm like, what? It did not print its constructor. Why did you not do that? So let's see what's inside of my class. My class.x coordinate. Yeah. Whoa. It's not even printing that. Oh. Wait. Is it? Yeah. Where's my systems.println? I am so sad. I was just like coding like great. And then maybe if I refresh. Boy, I feel like such a dork now. Yeah, reload. Okay, that was cool. Okay, mental note in jMonkeyEngine, if you delete a class or delete a project and then make a new project with the exact same name, crazy stuff happens. Wow. So yeah, in this example, I ran it, but it was just putting out nothing. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. All right, well, I learned something new. And I was just like freaking out. And dang it, we're up against the clock, and I got caught up in the last 3 minutes by that. Okay, so yeah, constructor default. So that print line ran. What's this point xy? Okay. Well, that'll learn me to name stuff the same and do it while the program's running. Okay. It's just a small thing. It's not really that big of a deal. Yes, kitty cat, you're nice. You're nice. Yes, you're nice. So, all right. So the constructor, the default constructor is called. Bam. And, of course, I made sure to print that out. Of course, it prints out the x-coordinate, which is 0. And here's the official program output, you know. And of course, pointXY class was detected because we threw in a pointXY. Now, what happens if we were to throw in an object? You know, you can make anything an object. Oh yeah, like sweet butter. And of course, my class now no longer has access to the x coordinate because, hey, it's of type object. However, we make a new pointXY class. What's going to happen? I wonder. All right, so we run it, and default constructor is called, and x equals 0, 1, and pointXY class is detected. Why? It's this little beauty right here, this pointXY class. Now, if I were just to say new object, which is the superclass of them all, it's an object. So, yeah, right here. So, instance of, yeah. So far I was able to show you that. And I will go on here and go ahead and do the plus, and we'll keep on playing with this. So I'm going to sign off for now and get the next one up in the series because I don't really like running over 30 minutes. But we're going to be playing more with inheritance on the next run through. And official credits. I'm using jMonkeyEngine. I'm using Java. I'm Charles Anderson, indie game developer, Project Idiog, and we're going to play some more on the next go round. All right, y'all have fun.